Good morning, folks. It's Wednesday. I got that much down. Um, Wednesday, June the 14th. Uh, you're getting just barely awake, Tina. So hence the eyes, hence the hair. Um, yeah. Last week I did a couple of quick videos with a group of friends. I did some videos with my Minecraft family. We had company here last week from Tuesday until Sunday. We had Fat Russian from Ohio was in, and he's one of the people that, if you've been watching any videos over the last month or so, he's somebody that we went and met when Dia and I went to do our vacation about a month ago. And then Friday and Saturday, Dia came in with her son. So it was a full house here this weekend, and it was a busy house here since about Tuesday. And I had a really good time. I really enjoyed having company here. It was flurry and scurry for, the couple of weeks leading up to that, because our house isn't always to my standards of allowing people into it. We'll just put it that way. So we did a fair amount of cleaning, and I wouldn't say our house is necessarily spotless, but there were surfaces that I had found that I had forgotten existed. That's what happens when you don't care and you're kind of depressed, and you don't let people in your house. You really just don't keep your house up to any kind of like respectable standards. So it was a good thing to have people here, because it really put a fire under my butt, and caused me to get some much needed cleaning and sorting and stuff done. For example, I mean, I'm sure you guys can see the difference in just my room alone. There's now stuff on the walls. The bed is made. The cat's going to clean herself again. Could you not do that when I'm on a video? Do it later. Go on. Go, 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 go. Yes, oh, you're a cute kitty. Video's on. Must clean self. Um, so, so with the company we had here, um, there was a few different purposes involved, and the biggest purpose for him coming up, was it up, over? I don't know. Geographically, I'm just kind of not okay. Um, he came up to learn some, not to learn Reiki, because he already had Reiki, but he was feeling like he needed kind of a booster or a recharge. So I got to be, no, 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 come on. Go elsewhere, thank you. I got to help him out a little bit with kind of getting his quote unquote Reiki feet back under him again, which was really cool, because that not only helps him out, but it helps me out too. And most of you who know me and know about the way I do energy work, I don't let people touch me in life, just in general. And I don't let people touch me with energy. I don't let people do Reiki work on me much, because typically what happens with me is my little brain kind of explodes. There's something about the way I'm hardwired for energy that doesn't allow a lot of people to do. It doesn't allow for people to do energy work on me without it hurting to some degree. Um, what are you doing? Oh, you have a toy. Okay. Cats. Um, and what I found was I had somebody here who actually was had a very powerful energy to him, but a very gentle energy, which made receiving sessions from him a lot more comfortable than pretty well everyone else I've ever received sessions from, which was a relief. Um, but it was nice to be back in that energy space with somebody too. I don't get that much. There are not a lot of Reiki practitioners in my very close area, and the ones that are, I don't know them. I haven't reached out to meet any of them, which I probably should, because as a Reiki practitioner, you really should be doing Reiki trades with people. You really should be applying your art and exchanging with folks of a like energy. Um, but also during the week, what we got to do is I got to do some cooking, which I love cooking, and I haven't done enough of it in the last couple of years, actually, between opening the shop and running piano lessons. I haven't really had the time to cook the way I like to, let alone I haven't even been able to cook for necessary purposes, let alone the way I want to. So I got to do some cooking. Um, I hosted a to-do Saturday night and had, a few people over, and so I got to cook for a bunch of people, which was fun. I love doing that. And my takeaway on that one is I looked at Dan the other day and said, I need to do this about once a month. I need to do to-dos about once a month, because I used to do that when we lived in Madison, where I would invite people over. It was no unusual thing to have somebody once a week come over and eat. I need to do that some more now. I've really forgotten how much I enjoyed cooking for people. I also got to see House on the Rock again. I haven't seen it in a few years, so I took Russian with me to House on the Rock, and I suspect that the House on the Rock is not. Uh, it's like one of my favorite places in the whole wide world, and I don't think he necessarily shares that sentiment, and that's okay, because House on the Rock is a bit much for the first timer. Um, and he asks me before we go in. He says, "So what is this place?" And I'm like, I really can't tell you what it is, because it's House on the Rock. There's really no description. There is a description. It is a meandering, bizarrely shaped structure filled with all the crap in the world. That's really about the best description that a person could give to it. But we had a good time. We made some inappropriate jokes and things like that. And of course, that's always fun, when you've got somebody that you can just joke around with. Um, when Dia got into town, she and her son and Russian all took off to the Capitol Saturday morning, and did a little bit of sightseeing in downtown Madison. I stayed home to cook, so I'm not sure what all they saw, but they came back, and at least one of them took a nap, or at least one of them checked their eyelids for holes. That's what we're going to go with. Um, we had a good time Friday night. The three of us sat around and shared some adult beverages and had a good time, and it was really nice having people around. It was really nice having Misha around. And when they all left Sunday afternoon, I realized how quiet my house was. And the best way I can describe it is it's that sound after you've been bombarded by sound. It's the sound of the silence, that really tight, vacuous, like suck you in kind of. This sounds really positive, doesn't it? And that's exactly how it felt. I looked around my house, and my house was just me and Dan and the cats, and quiet, and it's kind of sad. I didn't care for it much. Um, I cared for it just fine yesterday, because, man, I just had to sleep my day off yesterday. But yeah, it was nice having them here, and it was sad having them go. Um, I'm looking forward to the next time we can get together, any variation of us. But what I found was really cool was Saturday night. We had 6 members of our little Minecraft party, all together in one place at one time, and it was really cool. I love that. That was amazing. Um, but yeah, I kind of had to. I showed my friend around. I showed him around a small town, which takes about 3 minutes for those of you from small towns. You know how that works. Um, there's the stop sign, and that's pretty much the excitement of town. And he helped me move some stuff, because my shop is moving in the next few weeks to a new location. So he helped me do some prep work in the new place, until I fell over half dead. So it was just kind of a nice. Sorry, I'm kind of fidgety today. I'm sorry. I'll stop fidgeting so much. It was nice having company here, and it was nice having the company I had here. Um, yeah, and I'm not feeling nearly as distraught this time around as I did when I came home from our vacation. Um, and I think it's because when I came home from the vacation, we'd met all these wonderful people, and all I could think was, I'm never going to see these people again. Well, now I've seen some of these people again, so I know that that's not a true statement. Um, the best way that I can, the best way I can describe it is, some years ago, I used to help out with a daycare, and the woman who ran the daycare, one of the things that she taught me about working with kids is that if you give kids a sense of consistency, they will behave better for you. It's essentially the idea of giving them boundaries. And she says, for example, if you take a child to a playground and you say to them, we're going to play here for 15 minutes, and at 15 minutes you take them home, and you say to them, we will come back, and you do come back, and you have this set of boundaries that says, okay, we'll go to the playground, we'll play for 15 minutes, we'll come home, but we're coming back. Essentially, it's letting that child know that there's not a need for a sense of lack. You're giving them boundaries, you're giving them promises, and you're keeping those promises, you're keeping those boundaries. It's kind of the same thing. Now that I've seen, at least one member of my little Minecraft family twice, I know that it's not impossible to see them again. So I don't have the same crushing, fear and anxiety. Oh my God, I've just made this wonderful friend that I'll never ever see again. That's not true. That's not a true statement. So now it's just a matter of finding a reason to get together, finding a time, finding the resources to get together. At least that's how it feels from my end. I hope that that's a shared sentiment. If not, it was nice knowing you. But anyway, so it was a great week. I was busy. I ran myself off my feet as I usually do. Up too late, up too early, the usual stuff. I'm still kind of recovering. I slept in today. I slept till 6:30 after staying up till almost 1. So, and why was I up till 1? Because I was online chatting with my Minecraft family. So yeah, I think my whole purpose for the video this week is I have to make a video. And the topic is people came. But I do want to kind of throw out a thinker for you guys, which is a complete topic change. So just, shift gears with me, would you? So this weekend, this Sunday, this coming Sunday is the 18th. It's Father's Day. And, I've talked before about Mother's Day and how much issue I have with Mother's Day, being that I have no mother to speak of. I've had a mother and 3 stepmothers and a grandmother. And my grandmother's passed. I don't know my mother. My 3 stepmothers, none of them speak to me, and that's just fine by me. I have a child whom I have no contact with. Mother's Day is a really hard day for me. Father's Day is different. Father's Day, I grew up with my dad, and my dad and my dad's family were my constants as I grew up. But I grew up pretty much with my dad. So Father's Day is a little bit different for me. I don't have that same angsty, angry frustration with the date. So I want you guys to kind of think about your fathers, and I want you to think a lot of us have had men in our lives who have played the role of father that weren't necessarily our biological fathers. I want you to think about those people in your lives too, and to thank those people for the roles that they have played, for giving, and this might sound a little far-fetched for some of you, but I've known women in my life who've played wonderful father roles for me as well, because of the masculine energy that they have, because of the forcefulness and I want to say forcefulness and aggressiveness, but that sounds negative. But please don't hear those as negative words. Those are positives. But their ability to provide, their ability to uphold the traditional standards of the role of a father, which is like provision, protection, consistency, stability. Keep those people in mind this weekend, and make sure that you send out a thank you to all of the people who have been a father to you or have played a father role to you, including deity, however it is that you view deity, because deity is a multifaceted thing. Deity is not just one simple face, one simple being to be understood by all. Deity has many facets and many faces, and many of them are father faces. So, give thanks to the earthly fathers that you have. Give thanks to the spiritual father that you have as well. So how was that for switch gears, huh? I hope you guys have a really good week. I'm trying to live through this humidity that we've got right now. It's not been much fun. Today's my first day with a new set of lungs, it feels like. I haven't been able to breathe much the last couple of days. I'm hoping the humidity has broken enough that when I go outside, it doesn't just, kill me. And enjoy Father's Day. Send out a card, make a phone call, all that jazz. And I will catch up with you guys next week with some new ramble. God only knows what I'm going to ramble about next week. So anyway, have a great day, and I will see y'all later. Bye.